Welcome to Podcast Answers, the show where I help you start and grow your podcast, answering all sorts of podcasting questions along the way. That's right, guys. I am going to be talking today about podcasting questions, actually more specifically about podcast hosts and why I use what podcast host that I use. So, guys, here's a quick little tip and trick for you. We are using Captivate here to host our podcast. That's right. We are talking Captivate because, guys, Captivate is great, and I will be talking a little bit more about that here in just a minute. But first, I wanted to remind you that we are live. So if you would like to join us, there's several different ways that you can actually join us live. One is going to nowstreaming.live, and that will get you on to our live stream, our YouTube live stream. And the second one is going to be our backstage Zoom. And so if you don't know about that, you can go to joinbackstage.live and join our backstage that we have going on. So that being said, guys, welcome. Come join me. I would love to see you either live, putting in questions, putting in things that you want to talk about, or also being joining our Zoom backstage, because we would love to have you there. So with that being said, I want to welcome everybody who's joining us live. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about Captivate and why I actually host my podcast on Captivate. So one of the things I've hosted in a couple different places. My first host that I used for podcasting was Libsyn, and Libsyn was okay. Libsyn was the original, the OG, the people who really were at the heart of podcasting to begin with. They were the ones who were there. They were they were there from the beginning, and they did podcasting. They did it all right. They did it not terrible. And so, but they didn't really, I want to say they didn't really innovate as they started going on. They were just the basic podcast host. And so I decided I wanted to switch, and I have done an episode on how to switch your podcast. So if you want to look back through the archives, you can see where we have where there has been, where I've talked a little bit about switching podcast hosts and how to do that. But today I want to talk a little bit about Captivate, because they are my host of choice. And the reason for that is because several different things. So the reason I actually originally switched is because of allowing audio insertion into your show. I love the fact that Captivate allowed you to say, okay, I want to have a pre-roll, a post-roll, a mid-roll ad, and do it easily, and just go in after the fact and add that in there. And so what that allows you, and it doesn't have to be an ad. It can be something as simple as, hey, I'm going to be out in Florida and I would like to do meetups with people. And so you can add that in your whole back catalog really super easy as a pre-roll, and then take that out when you're done doing the meetup in wherever you're at, or whatever it is. And so that's one of the things that one of the reasons that I originally got into using Captivate for, because of that, because I like the fact that you could easily upload an audio file, say, I want this to go before all of my episodes, all of my new episodes, old episodes. You can remove those whenever. You can do a post-roll ad, and you can actually do a mid insertion. So you can go in, you get a little waveform, and you get the chance to go in and say, hey, I would like to go in and insert at 3 minutes and 30 seconds and insert this ad in there. Or whatever. It doesn't have to be an ad, but think of content. Think of it as a content, not necessarily an ad, because it's not necessarily an ad. One of the other awesome things is you can do what they have a audio, I want to say painter. So you can actually paint over something that's in the episode already, remove it, and insert your ad there. So let's say you had baked in ads where you as the host said, hey, I am not going, blah 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 blah. Whatever that baked in ad may be, but you can use it. Let's say whatever your baked in ad was. Sorry, I got distracted by a comment saying that they someone currently uses Libsyn, but they'll have to check out Captivate, and I do agree because Captivate is a much better host. I agree. But so you can go in and you can actually take those ads and say that the ads ran from 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. You can paint over that ad, remove that baked in ad, and put your new audio in there. So it's really cool because again, maybe you don't want that baked in ad in there more, and you can actually go in and replace it. Now, some of the other things that I really liked about Captivate was the fact that we had with Captivate, you have the ability to have multiple podcasts on one account. So with Libsyn, if you're going to go all in and you're going to actually use the podcast host for creating your RSS feed and everything, you end up paying for another essentially account for every podcast that you have. So if you have more than one podcast, you have to pay for more than one account with Libsyn. Not so with Captivate. Captivate, you can have as many podcasts as you want on one account. So I have this podcast, I have the Dudes and Dads podcast, I have a personal audio journal podcast. And those are all hosted on my same Captivate account, on my same account. For $204 a year, you get a limit of downloads total. So I get 360,000 downloads every year on my account for that price. It doesn't matter how many podcasts I'm hosting. I can host 3, 6, 10 different podcasts. I just have to have one. I have one download cap for the whole thing. Another thing that I really liked about Captivate was their episode planning. You can go in and use their AI or manually plan an episodes and do it right in your hosting account. Now, I don't actually use that part of the Captivate. I'm doing all my episode planning in Notion, but it is a kind of a nice to have tool inside their account. Captivate actually brands themselves as like they help you and they want to help you grow your show, and so they do all sorts of like academy type stuff. They have all sorts of different things that you can go in and they'll help you out with. Now, again, they recently just actually added, going back to ads, they added programmatic ad insertions. I've not actually checked that out yet, but again, what that would mean is you essentially say, I want this type of ad in my show, and they'll go out and actually add those in for you. They'll go to work with a ad network and put those in there and things like that. I've not done that on my show. Again, especially for this show, I'm a huge proponent of actually doing value for value, which means that if you get value out of this show, I just ask that you return that value by going to podcastanswers.com/support. So if you feel like I've given you any value, please go to podcastanswers.com/support and give the show whatever you feel that the show is worth to you. I ask that you would just consider donating that back. So that's how I do this show. But you can do programmatic ads in your podcast if you are so if you're so inclined to do so. You can also do listener tips and memberships in Captivate. So really, it's all, and even booking, like they have a ability to do guest booking. So really, Captivate is kind of an all-inclusive. They do all sorts of things to help you grow your show and plan your audience, not just podcast hosting, but that's why I really like them, because they're focused, especially for somebody who doesn't have all of these tools, that they're already using. You can use Captivate to go ahead and actually do your whole show, your planning, your booking, your ad insertion, your episode planning, like all of these things that you can do with Captivate. And it's nice because you can do that all in one place. And so if you're a newer podcaster, or you have a podcast that you want to continue to just grow and be able to kind of further your show with that, Captivate is the way to go. So if you want to check out Captivate, and yes, I am an affiliate for Captivate, so I do get some little bit of money if you do sign up for Captivate from my link at podcastanswers.com/Captivate. But again, I only refer people to products and services that I really love. And again, I love Captivate because they just really do a great job at helping you grow your show and provide you with some extra tools that other podcast hosts don't have. And so again, that link is going to be podcastanswers.com/captivate. If you want to try that out, like, again, that is an affiliate link for me, but again, I only make money if you go to there and host, and I only recommend things that I really enjoy and want to recommend myself. So that is something that you can do, because if you're considering it, check it out. Again, no skin off my back if you don't, but if you're going to go ahead and do it, try it. Just use my link, because that'd be great. podcastanswers.com/captivate one more time. But yeah, tell me what hosts you use for your podcast. I would love to know if you're using Captivate or if you're using some other podcast host. Guys, if you have any podcasting questions, I would love to answer those for you. Make sure to join our email list at insider.podcastanswers.com, because you'll be able to hear about all things coming up, what we're doing, all of those things like that. So guys, have a safe week and keep podcasting.